Hi. Yeah, I'd like to walk you through the Duchess and how it works. First of all, you need to sign into your account, and of course, every user is created an account where you can manage it themselves. And in this account, you see the how much you've spent, the impressions you've had, the clicks, the click-through rate, and the ECPM, the ECPC, and the ECPA. So every user has access to records of the statistics of campaigns he's run on the platform. And note these campaigns run for those who are using the internet, those who are using smartphones, and those who are using feature phones, especially for markets where the internet penetration is not so huge, like Nigeria. So the first thing a client needs to do is to create account. So on this place, you create campaigns. Sorry. So when you create campaigns, of course you already know the kind of customers you are looking for, and before then we've provided the data that you're going to use to understand the kind of market you are targeting and the kind of people that are supposed to be your customers. And you give it a campaign name. Let's give it YC Camp, and it's supposed to start on 24th of September, and it's supposed to end, let's say, on 29th of October. And then you could select desktop, tablet, smartphones, and apps. So when we select this, it cuts across all the data points, and we select CPM and a CPM price of 0.5, which is suitable for emerging market, and a daily budget of $200. And the total budget for this campaign is $20,000. $20,000. And then you start the frequency capping. So we don't want people to spend all of their money, so we ensure that people see the adverts not more than 3 times a day. And then we save the campaign. And then the next thing is the targeting parameters, and here we set the country we want to target. For now, so since it's emerging market, we select Angola. So for Angola, and the language of course is English. The default language is English. The IIB's categories, we could also target by browser. We could also target by the device the person is using. And here we have a selection of the kind of phone and the make for the phone. It's so robust. Uh, so the kind of phone, the make for the phone, you could see the different phones here. And let's see, phone that is suitable for emerging market. um, let's see, okay, let's use Brava, or let's use Capital. So we use Capital, then it selects all models of Capital, and we can select the ISP, that's the internet service provider, if the person is connected on the internet. We can also do geofencing, where you map out the people within a geographical site that you want to target with your campaigns. If all these things are said, then we move to the placement. Now you have a choice of targeting your advert to everyone accessible on the network, everyone accessible via USSD, everyone accessible via feature phones, everyone accessible via the internet, or you could choose the RTB sources. So these RTB sources are those primarily on the internet. For a situation like Nigeria, where the internet is just about 33%, it's understandable to do a campaign that cuts across all the places. So you're able to see those who are connected and those who are not connected. And then if you have a database, or you have data sources you want to use to target, you could upload them here, but we're not using that right now. Then next you select the creatives. Now you're able to upload creative up to 200 kilobytes of creatives. You could also use video ads, you could use redirect tags, you can also use third-party tags like JavaScript code from Google or JavaScript code from any other app server. You can also use vast tags, but for now let's use image. So with image tag we select the size, and we select 300 by 250 with this medium rectangle, and we are targeting our advert to people in category of business, so for businessmen and women, and we give our advert Y creative YC, and the name of site is mysite.com, and the name of our advertiser is my site. So this, if you have impression tracking code, you could implement it here, but if you don't have, the problem, you can just go ahead to pick banner sizes. So I've picked the Hover 350 300 by 250 banner, and I upload it. Now once I upload and I save the image, this creative has been submitted for approval in text, and so the creative has to go through approval because we have to ensure that the ecosystem is good for everyone and that people do not just upload things that are not necessary. But you can see, you could preview the banner here. You see that the banner, the size, the name, and all that are already in place. And then the next thing you do is you do custom bidding. Now you select, for you to optimize your budget, you set what you want to expect. If you want to pick data from data sources like people who have visited your site before, you want to target them, you want to target them with retargeting even when they have gone to places. So you can pick your site, then get the data from that site and use it for targeting. Next is optimization. Now you set the levels or a cap to the number of impressions you want to see a day. You set a cap to the number of clicks that are coming from a site, the number of impressions that are coming from a domain level, but we don't want to set all these things. So at this point we're good with this, and then we click save. Now after this, after we save, a whole lot of things happen at the background, but within a period of less than 30 minutes, your campaigns, they go through approval process, and once approved, you see campaigns saved successfully. So once it's approved, then it comes, you can then see it on your campaigns as campaigns they've been approved, and then they start appearing on those places. Now depending on the kind of creative you selected, those campaigns can be seen as banner adverts. They can also be seen as USSD adverts. They can also be seen as um, SMS tagging or IVR, depending on the type. We also have the click to call, which enables people to click and then they put a call to the customer service. I believe with this you're able to understand and target adverts to customers in emerging markets. Thank you.